And then you got,
Event 3 was the climbing couplet, which was the unfortunate one for me.
What happened?
There was just inconsistency in equipment. I got a slippery pegboard. At the end of the day, that was, I think if I would have done 14th place or better on that event, I would have won the CrossFit Games.
Really?
Yeah.
What does that feel like? Welcome to Creepalachia. I hope you brought your sweatpants today because we have a professional in the studio in the CrossFit world with Austin Hatfield. I am so excited for you to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for taking the time. For those, I'm sure most of you know Austin, but my man is, I thought it was fourth, but you're number fifth in the world.
Yep.
How does world weight rankings work with CrossFit?
So you go through a series of so we have the CrossFit Open. That's kind of like the worldwide, intermediate to professionals. Like anybody can do the CrossFit Open. So you have stages to make it to the CrossFit Games. So starts with the CrossFit Open. This year has been a little different than the previous years. It seems to be changing every year. So it's like you kind of got to keep up with it to be in the loop. So we had the Open, then we went to in-person qualifying events. So if you win or get second in those qualifying events, you make it to the CrossFit Games. And then they had the online series where they took, I think, the top 10 from that. And everybody in the world just competes in it. So it's like a free-for-all.
That's crazy. So where are you from, first off? Let's get into some backstory here.
From Beckley, West Virginia.
Heck yeah.
Born and raised.
Yeah, and these are my favorite stories because you always, which I don't know how it was for you growing up, but I went to Mount View.
Yeah.
And it was always well, when you going to leave? What are you going to do? You're starting out, behind the field. And I just always felt different. I was like, you know what? Why can't I compete with anyone else?
Yeah. I mean, I went to Woodrow Wilson High School. I felt like this is as good a place of any.
Heck yeah.
You got the drive and you got the motivation. You can do anything. Yeah,
man. And Woodrow Wilson, the main thing I remember about that, we had family reunions there and they have all those awesome paintings in the cafeteria.
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it's the same thing. It's Southern West Virginia as a whole. People try to punch down on us at times.
Honestly, it's been punched down on a little bit, but I wouldn't change a thing.
Right. So have you found any of that? Underdog mentality with what you're doing? I don't, because sometimes it surprises me too how welcoming people are in certain communities. So
Southern West Virginia is very welcoming. As far as the underdog mentality, I've always felt like it was just me versus the world. Kind of I didn't really have the big gym. I didn't have the coaching. I didn't have all that. It was just kind of me. So going into it, I was like, I'm going to do it. Me versus the world.
Yeah. Did you get into sports early on or how did this begin?
So honestly, I grew up playing sports all my life. I played football, soccer, baseball. I played soccer to most of my career. Was big into soccer during middle school, high school. Played football my senior year. I was a kicker at Woodrow. And then I think it was in high school, I had a previous relationship and she started doing CrossFit. And she was like, well, why don't you come do CrossFit with me? And I had worked out before and I hadn't done CrossFit though. So it was a little different.
How old was you?
I think I was 16 or 17 years old. So 9th grade, 10th grade, something like that. And I just fell in love with it. I've always wanted to be better. And you kind of use CrossFit to get better at soccer and football and stuff like that.
Yeah. And soccer, that's a good sport, I guess, to be kind of have a foundation going into this because it's real, a lot of cardio.
There's a lot of cardio based, just a lot of lactic threshold stuff. So a soccer background definitely helped. Not necessarily in the strength aspect, but in the engine work, cardio work, stuff like that.
We're going to go super green with this. So lactic threshold, what does that mean?
How much your body can handle lactate. So like when you work out, so like if you start doing a bunch of push-ups and you feel that like burning in your chest, that's like lactic building up in your muscles.
So that's
like,
the pump?
That's the pump.
Okay.
Yeah. Not like the best science behind it. I'm sure you can have somebody else to explain lactic threshold better, but you can train lactic threshold. So like that's what CrossFit is based around, kind of, is like high intensity. So like how can you train to fight off this lactic acid buildup?
Gotcha. Okay. And we're going to get super techie with the workout world, but I want to talk about your background a little more. So, growing up, like, what's your family's backstory? Like, is it blue collar or is it
Yeah, it's, blue collar. My dad, he owns his own business. He cuts grass. He does, manual labor, kind of anything you need, like tree work, has excavators, he just kind of has worked for himself for his whole life.
Shoot, yeah. And did I hear right? You're a rabbit farmer?
I was a rabbit farmer.
You was a rabbit farmer.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did you get into that?
So short story, my grandpa started raising rabbits, started selling them to the local Rural King here. And I was at the time owning a gym, needed to find a way to make a little bit more money on the side. And he just kind of passed it down to me. And for like 5 years, I just sold rabbits to like people that I knew down through the grapevine. Like people like heard that I sold rabbits and whatnot, and they would come get rabbits from me. But like most of my sales was like to Rural King.
Oh, nice. Okay. So what's the infrastructure of owning a rabbit farm?
It's just like each rabbit has like their own little cage. So like they like have like their own little cage. They would have a little house that they would have their babies in the back. And then you would just kind of like keep them breeding through cycles. And that's where you get breeding like rabbits from.
Gotcha. So you just feed them every day and
yeah, feed, tend, like, clean their cages out, food and water twice a day. It wasn't necessarily hard work. It was just, tending and keeping up with it.
Are they rabbits you can eat versus rabbits that can be pets, or is there different?
Both. So when I kind of, sold them or dropped them off, I didn't really ask. I'm sure people ate them, but I do know a lot of people that had them for pets.
Gotcha. Okay. So, you're around 16. What's your weight coming in? Did you track that or?
Yeah. So coming in, I was pretty small. I was playing soccer mainly full time. Wasn't that big. I was probably 160 pounds.
Okay.
165 maybe on the high end.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of small.
Versus now you're
like 195.
195.
Yeah.
Are there weight classes with?
No. So CrossFit is kind of unique in that it's like a free for all. So you can be 6'2" and 230, and I'm 5'7.5" and 195. So like whatever, there's no weight class. It's just like a free for all.
I imagine. Are there any like really tall, big guys that are top notch?
There's a couple top guys that are tall. Like the guy who won this year, Jason Hopper. He's about 6 foot, 6'1" maybe.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that I train with a lot in Cookeville, Tennessee at Mayhem, Roman, he's 6 foot, 6'1", like 230. So you've got some of the bigger guys. But like some of the shorter guys and lighter guys will excel at like gymnastics and stuff like that, as opposed to the bigger guys when it comes to like the strongman stuff, sandbags, the machine work is like power output. Those bigger guys excel in that.
Okay. So you start doing this. Did you have a moment where it clicked where it's like, hey, I think I'm going to enjoy this? Or?
I've always enjoyed it. And I think that's like the part of it as I go into the gym every day and I'm like, I get to do this. Like, I don't have to do it. I get to do it. So like I keep that mindset in it. But I think like there was a turning point where I had barely missed out of the qualifying stage. And I was like, all right, because like at that time, I really wasn't putting all my chips in. Like I was, half here and putting, the diet wasn't right. The training wasn't right. I just kind of went and did whatever I wanted. And I was so close to making it. So then when I was like, okay, well, if I'm this close and I'm not trying that hard, maybe I can try and see where we go.
Shoot, yeah. When did the CrossFit Cole come about? So you said you owned your own gym.
So I owned my own gym from about 2020 to 2024.
Mm-hmm.
We closed down and we went to kind of joined, took most of our equipment, and some of our members followed us. Some of them fell off, obviously. But yeah, we went over to CrossFit Cole.
How many members did you have?
We probably had 30.
30. Okay.
So like for a CrossFit's kind of like this small, not small, but like for us and like West Virginia gyms, like CrossFit gyms can understand, but it's kind of like a family based thing. So it's like you get real familiar with your people. Like everybody in 430 comes to the 430 class, and like they have friends in 430 class, and then 530 is its own class, and it's like it's unique.
Yeah, it's the community there. I went and I filmed the 29 one year, which is basically in memory of UBB. Yeah. On April 5th, you all get together and you do a workout called the 29.
It's a really good workout.
I can't remember the exact. What's the workout exactly?
It's so it's 29 reps. I think it's
so I had kettlebells.
5 or 6 rounds. It's like 29 box jumps, 29 kettlebell swings, 29 toes to bar, 29 sit-ups, 29 burpees.
Yeah.
Chip will kill me if I forget this workout. It's in something like that.
No, that's pretty close. I think there's 5 exercises, 5 to 6 rounds, 29 each. Yeah. And but just being out there, you felt the warmth of the community being there. Did you feel that pretty early when you came out there? Or?
Oh, absolutely. Like from the moment I stepped in the door, very welcoming. And I think that's how a CrossFit gym should be. Like if you walk into a CrossFit gym and somebody doesn't, the coach, a member, or anybody in the gym doesn't come up to you and greet you or makes you feel welcome, then you're probably not in the right spot.
Sure. Yeah. Did you, as you went, did you start having people say like, hey, Austin, like you're kind of a beast, dude. Like, have you thought about doing this full time? Like,
not necessarily early on. Cause like I said, I didn't take it that serious. So like, yeah, I had good scores when I did like local competitions and stuff like that, but maybe there was some chatter, but it was never to my face.
Yeah. Well, for those who don't know, Austin walked in here on his hands. That's how much of a beast he is. But I was excited to show you what I've been working on. I feel like I've been nesting my gym.
You do have a nice little setup.
Just
really nice.
Well, thank you. But yeah, and people, with that culture, I imagine people don't want to fill your head up too much. They just want to support you kind of.
And especially like here at CrossFit Cole, like we've got some coal miners, and hence the name CrossFit Cole. We have like, your blue collar guys in your older group, and man, they will humble you fast. They will keep you grounded.
Shout out Dave Green.
Those guys, if you start getting big in your head, they'll bring you back home, which is nice.
Heck yeah. That's great. You need that.
You always need that.
Yeah. Well, and what more humbling way than to do these grueling workouts that has there ever been a time where you almost got hurt, or you kind of were like, I kind of went a little too hard that day? Or
there's some days, where you ride that fine line of maybe I went a little too hard, or maybe I should have done one less workout or something like that. Injuries, so not so much on the injury side. I try to be pretty smart about that. Listen to your body in training, but like competitions, you kind of tell your body to shut up. It's time to work.
Sure, yeah. Well, and I imagine nutrition, is that important for you, or is
it's going to be more of a ongoing focus. So, my nutrition, I like to eat a lot of Chick-fil-A. So a lot of people who follow me, they know my Chick-fil-A story. I'll probably still eat my good fair share of Chick-fil-A, but
tell me that story. Is it grilled nuggets, or is it?
No, I just kind of go with the grilled sandwich. And if I'm feeling frisky, I'll get some fries. If I feel like I need to dial it in a little bit more, I'll get some fruit and pour some honey on it.
That's the Lord's chicken, brother. You can't go wrong with that.
Calories don't count with the Lord's chicken.
I mean, yeah. Come on. How old are you?
If you just turned 26.
26. Okay. So, as you get into your 30s, I imagine nutrition is going to be increasingly important. But even still, I mean, you're not going to be able to compete like you if you don't at least think about what you're eating.
Yeah, you have to definitely, especially around like post-workout, pre-workout, stuff like that. You have to like be aware of like carbs and like protein tracking and stuff like that. because like a lot of people don't realize it, but like there's a window right after, especially like CrossFit style workouts, when you do like a high intensity workout, that carb intake is very important right after a workout.
I imagine you feel it toward the end. You're like, oh, that's like your fuel is running out.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what a lot of people don't realize is food is fuel. So like a lot of people think like, oh, to get lean or to get in better shape, you need to like be in a deficit all the time. And that's not necessarily the truth about that.
Sure. And what I like about CrossFit Cole too is they have a wide range of skill sets. It seems like they really accommodate to beginners, and then you have your advanced stuff going on.
Well, and that's the thing about like CrossFit as a whole. Like the CrossFit methodology is for everybody. Like the high level stuff, like that's less than 1% of the world. Like you're not going to get into like high level stuff all the time. So like your basic CrossFit stuff is like, that's the core CrossFit. Like everybody can come in and do a CrossFit workout. Now, like the skills will come on later. So like scaling is a big thing in CrossFit where like I did a workout the other day and there was a 60-year-old lady in the same class.
Oh, nice.
So like we're doing the same workout. And that's kind of what's unique and nice about CrossFit is like I'm working out with like you said, Dave Green. I was doing a workout with Dave Green. I was working out with, there's a 60-year-old lady in the class too. We're all doing the same workout. Now she's not doing the same weight as me and Dave, but she's getting, the same stimulus, the same workout. And that's cool.
So they have modifiers and stuff?
Yeah. So like they'll modify the reps, and especially like for new people. So like say if there's a workout and there's like snatches or heavier deadlifts or something like that, they'll modify the weight or sometimes even modify the movement to where you're getting a similar movement.
Mm-hmm.
Like say if we were doing snatches, we'll probably make them do like dumbbell snatches, which is a little bit more easier to pick up on, a little bit easier on the joints and everything like that. So everything's scalable.
I think that's what a lot of people get scared of is the joint issues as we get older, and we kind of, am I going to blow an ACL?
Yeah.
So there is ways to work around that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, people who are scared of injuries and joint problems like that, I mean, movement is probably the best thing you can do for your joints. Like sitting on the couch is probably the worst thing. Like if you're worried about your joints, sitting on the couch is just is worse than going out doing air squats and moving, and like moving your body is the best thing you can do.
Yeah. And are there any have you noticed anyone go through this drastic change that has started out there that maybe didn't have confidence in themselves, and then as they continue, they start to see the change? And
yeah, I've seen it. Like as a gym owner, like for the 4.5 years I was like seeing people's transformations, like in movement quality, life quality, like getting in better shape. It's a real thing.
Yeah. That's the cool thing is, which I have my home gym, but I do miss the community aspect of going to the gym and talking to your same friends.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's nice.
Yeah. It's really cool that we have, and it's legit too. I mean, CrossFit Cole has anything you could ever possibly want to do, and it's huge.
It's a nice gym for sure.
Yeah, it's very nice. So you go out there. What's your training routine like today? Like, what's a typical week?
So Sunday is always a rest day, unless I'm like in like comp prep. So like a competition prep, I'll normally like 3 to 4 weeks out from the CrossFit Games, I'll start training on Sundays, only for the reason that we compete on Sundays. So like you don't want it to be a shock to your body. Like you're training on Friday and Saturdays always, and then Sunday now you're training. You need to adapt to that. So normally like non-comp training or just like regular training would be like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or like full days of training. And then Thursday is either a full rest day or an active recovery day. So it would be like zone 2 cardio, some light running, light rowing, stuff like that. Or if Monday through Wednesday really beat me up, I'll full rest and do like stretching, ice bath, sauna on Thursday.
Okay.
And then Friday, Saturday, back at it full time. Sunday is a full rest day.
Okay. All that makes sense. Do you try to like have a certain amount of cardio and a certain amount of weightlifting, or?
So yeah, it's varied. So, and that's the thing about CrossFit is high intensity functional fitness, constantly varied. So you're never doing the same thing all the time. And that's a big part for me was getting a coach. Like that's my coach's job, is the programming side of it. So like before I got into really trying to be a competitive CrossFitter, I would go in and, do my own workouts and just do whatever I wanted. There's nothing wrong with that as long as, but I think if you're trying to be a competitive athlete, you need a track, like a program.
Who's your coach?
Jake Nomchev from CrossFit Mayhem.
Oh, cool. Oh, so in Tennessee?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Was there a point where you were like, because I know for me, for instance, there was a point where I had to either take a leap and chase my dream or just keep on with the daily grind, paying the bills, all the responsible stuff that we should do.
Yeah.
Is there a point for you that you reached where you were like, if I'm going to do it now or never?
Yeah, I think the 2024 semifinals so I missed out on the semifinals in 2023, which is the qualifier for the games. I missed it by one spot.
Oh, Lord.
So 2023, I missed it by one spot. Going into 2024, I just relentlessly went into the gym with like, I'm not missing out again. And also the mindset of, well, if I miss out again, I'll probably never get the opportunity to make it. So like it's all or nothing right now.
Okay, so let's walk through that. How do they score these competitions? Is it an aggregate of all these different?
So it's like first place will get 100 points, and then like I think it's
for each
event. So it's there's 10 events. So like at the CrossFit Games this year, we had 10 events. First place gets 100 points. Second place I think is like 97 or 95. Like the point system, like they have a point system. And so like whatever you place, you'll get points for. So like the better you do, the better placement you get, the more points. The worse you do, it's like if you get last, you're not getting any points. Or if you get like 28th, you're getting like maybe like 4 points or like less than 10 points.
So typically how many people are in each event?
30. This year, so we had 30.
Okay.
Sometimes at the previous CrossFit Games, they've had cuts. So like they'll start out with 60. After day 1, you'll have 40. After day 2, you'll have 20. So like they do cuts. But this year we had a full group of 30. Everybody got to go through every single workout, which I kind of like not cutting because they did make it to the CrossFit Games. Let them do all the events, and there'll be some outliers, like somebody who's in 28th place. Maybe like they have a home run coming up, and that'll like shift the leaderboard a little bit, which is kind of cool.
A home run, what's that?
Like maybe they got like 20th place, 25th place, but then on event 3, they have like this year we had a 1 rep max back squat. Some of those guys who didn't do very good on event 1, which was just like running, and then event 2, which was kind of like a gymnastics CrossFit style workout. But then they can really squat. So they're going to shift that leaderboard a lot.
So it's like their specialty. It's like, okay,
like
I'll earn it back.
Their home run hit, they're what they're good at.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. So 2023, you missed by one spot. What does that mean? Like, is there a certain event that came to mind that's like, that's where I screwed up, or is it?
No, it was a 2023 semifinals in Orlando, Florida. It was my very first live competition ever. So it was a little like the magnitude of it for people who don't understand. Like this was the competition. Like this is the one that qualifies for the CrossFit Games.
Cameras everywhere with big cables coming out of them.
It's on YouTube. And this is my very first live competition. And I mean, you're going against the best in the world. So I mean, overall, there wasn't necessarily one workout that kept me out. It was just like an overall. So like I was just kind of doing mediocre throughout the weekend, and they took the top 12 and I was 13. Did
you know you were mediocre? Or did you feel like, man, I gave it my all. What do I got to do different?
And I think that was the year, the 2023 year, that was kind of like, I kind of didn't give everything I had. There were some holes missing. There were just certain things that I didn't work on, and it showed up. So going into the 2024 season, I fixed those things.
So is that when you locked the rabbit cage for good and was like, yeah?
So I honestly gave up the rabbits probably about 6 months ago. So it was
okay,
pretty recently.
Well, just hearing it, it's like, well, what all do you got to do? I mean, I'm sure it's hard work, no disrespect, but like you feed them, you clean up after them, you haul them to Harbor Freight or wherever you go, or you said the other place,
Rural King.
Rural King. But yeah, I mean, even still, like you're talking, like you do 2-a-days, right? Don't you?
Yeah, sometimes 2, sometimes 3.
Okay,
Like,
so you work out 3 times a day sometimes?
Yeah, so normally like a normal day for me would be like I'll go in at like 10 o'clock, and then I'll leave at like normally around 1. I'll go eat lunch. I'll come back at 3, and then like normally like a 3 to 7 window.
Wow.
So it's a lot. So it's a lot of
it's like 3+ hour workouts.
Yeah, so a lot of CrossFit style workouts is like we'll do longer style workouts. Like normally in the morning, I'll go in and I'll do like maybe like 10 sets of interval training with like maybe some more cardio. Come back in the evening and we'll do some strength work with probably another CrossFit style workout. And it's a lot of like work to rest ratio. So that's like maybe you're working out for 20 to 30 minutes and then you're going to like relax, get some carbs, recover, and then do it again. And you'll do that for like 2 to 3 hours at a time.
I was going to say you have to carb load because you stay in 195. I mean, how many calories you burn in a day? Like 5,000?
Probably a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so after that, what do you just eat mashed potatoes or like?
Yeah, it's a lot of like my go-to lunch is either Chick-fil-A or it's chicken, rice, and potatoes. And then like for dinner, it's, deer steak, rice.
Oh yeah.
I found these new protein mac and cheese. It's called Goodles. They're pretty good too.
Okay. So you hunt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Avid hunter.
Nice. Well, that works out. Man, I'd say venison is almost probably the best thing you could eat.
It's really good. Yeah. And like that's the thing too. Like, growing up, our hunting values were, if you kill it, you eat it. So that's like why I hunt is obviously, I like trophy hunting. I like to kill the big bucks, but harvest the animal, eat it for the nutritional value.
Yeah. So, I mean, essentially that's, I see why it's a full-time job because you're literally working out 6-7 hours out of the day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a shift.
Well, and then, outside of the gym too, the eating is also part of it. Like a lot of people don't think of it, but like, like I'm going to get lunch. I'm not necessarily just like going and sitting down. I'm like going and shoving food down my throat and then going right back to the gym.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you meal prep and stuff like that? Or?
Occasionally, sometimes it's hit or miss, or when I'm feeling like I need to get more locked in, I'll meal prep. Yeah.
So what are we like 6-8 times a day you eat?
Yeah. So a lot of snacks. So like a lot of snacks throughout the gym, like in the gym, you're eating like gummy bears and, a lot of liquid carbs, some Gatorades going down, and like the protein companies, they have like these like liquid shakes that like have carbs in them and stuff like that. So a lot of that's going down in the gym. Then like outside of the gym, you're trying to just get like whole food, like chicken and rice or oatmeal, stuff like that.
Do you do protein shakes and things like that? Okay. So it's not a myth. They actually work.
It's not a myth, but I also wouldn't just like I don't revolve around the protein shakes. Like if I'm trying to get protein in a hurry, I'll get the protein shake, but I'd rather eat it, like chicken and steak and stuff like that.
I mean, it's better. You can't say it's not, but at the same time, I do think protein shakes have, they
have their purpose.
Yeah,
they do
for sure. Do you have any like roughage in there, like salads or anything? Or?
Yeah, I like to get my greens every once in a while, but especially like a salad is not very like calorie dense. It's not having a lot of carbs, so it's just kind of like pushed to the side. But like I do like salad.
Cool. What about blood work? Do you kind of go regularly and kind of?
That's something that me and my coach actually talked about last week. Was like getting blood work done, seeing like if I'm deficient. Not that I think I'm deficient in anything, but just like staying in like I guess proactive rather than reactive. Like
sure. Well, I'd imagine at that level, which like you said, like. Less than 1% of people are going to make it here, but at that level, you're literally 1% improvement.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Is massive.
Massive. So like, anything like, especially like blood work, like you don't know what's going on. So like you need to get that done. And, if I'm vitamin C deficient, I need to know that. So like that might help me out.
Yeah. Do you like how typical gym rats are like, well, I'm going to add 5 pounds this week on my bench press or whatever. Do you kind of keep records of, what you're doing, how much you're doing? And
Yeah.
But I guess CrossFit, typically they have scheduled weights, right? Like
yeah.
they'll
So
say,
we have like in a workout, it's called like RX or scaled weights. So like in a workout format, we have a lot of benchmark workouts, which means like workouts that are just names. Like we have like Fran. So it'd be 21, 15, 9 rep scheme of thrusters at 95, 65. So 95 would be for the guys, 65 would be for the ladies, and then pull-ups. So you're going to do 21 pull-ups and 21 thrusters at that weight. And then you're going to do 15 pull-ups, 15 thrusters, 9 and 9. And that's like a benchmark workout. And the prescribed weight is 95 pounds for guys.
Gotcha. Now I've seen some of the ladies; they need to be on 95 too.
Some of those ladies are pretty strong.
Yeah, for sure. But that's cool how that breaks down. And WOD, that's workout of the day, right?
Yeah, that's normally like in your CrossFit affiliate. Like that's just kind of like an acronym for workout of the day. Everybody's like, "What's the WOD?" Or Metcon is another one. It's just another word for workout.
Okay. And the thing with CrossFit, I think. Is it CrossFit.com? I can't remember, but they have a different workout every day.
Yeah, CrossFit.com is like the official CrossFit site. They put out a workout every day, and that's like your typical CrossFit style. Like what you see these elite athletes doing, that's not like for your average everyday goer. Like if they came in and did that, like what elite athletes are doing, they're gonna hurt themselves or they're gonna be wrecked for the rest of the day.
Oh, yeah. Well, and you don't want someone to have a negative experience.
No. And that's why I was saying, like, CrossFit is for everybody. And it is intimidating when you do see, like, the higher, like comparing yourself to an NFL athlete. Like, it's a professional sport, like, in its entirety. But, like, CrossFit is for everybody.
Well, I imagine, too, now, like, I look fit. But when I start doing a CrossFit workout, I find out real quick that
it's a little different.
Yeah. I'd say you saw a lot of that of people come in and be like, oh, yeah, this ain't going to be nothing. And then, you find out real quick.
Rude awakening.
Like, yeah. Yeah. Which that's fun too. But yeah, I love it, man. So what are the kind of the staple exercises? You got kettlebell swings, you got pull-ups, like.
So I would say like for your like average everyday CrossFit class, you'll have like clean and jerk, you'll have burpees, double unders, pull-ups, the occasional like rope climb, wall ball, stuff like that. For your high level stuff, you're looking at like legless rope climbs, thrusters, ring muscle ups, bar muscle ups, but at like a high volume. So like elite versus your everyday, it's just like the volume and the weight is gonna be more for the elite athletes, and then the weight's gonna be less. The volume would be less for like your CrossFit class.
Gotcha. Okay, and the double unders, that's with the jump rope.
Yeah, and it'll go twice.
Gotcha.
Before your feet hit the ground.
Gotcha. Well, it's sad to hear that's basic because I feel pretty.
It's not basic, but like there's levels to it. Like
sure.
Skill wise, like a lot of the high level stuff you won't see in like a CrossFit class. Like now, you will times, but it's not going to be like what's the main focus.
Sure, no, that makes sense. I read somewhere that your favorite is muscle ups. Is that still the case? Or
yeah, I like muscle ups.
And that's basically where you pull up and then push yourself over the bar like a dip.
Yeah, you can either do that on a bar or the rings.
Okay. And the actual event. So let's walk through that. How in the world do you end up in the final 30? Like, where do you start? What was the first thing you did?
The CrossFit Open. So if you want to qualify for the CrossFit Games, you have to go through the qualifying stages. And the first step was the CrossFit Open.
Okay. And they have that. How many of those do they have across? Is it kind of like how the Open works with golf?
I'm not too familiar with the golf format, but so our format in CrossFit is this year we had 3 workouts. So there's one workout released every week. So it's like a 3-week thing. You're going to do one workout normally on Friday. So it's like your CrossFit gym will do it on like Friday Night Lights, which is pretty cool. And so you do your workout, you record yourself, you submit it to CrossFit, they'll review it. You're supposed to have a coach, or not a coach, but a judge on site that takes like the online judging course. And so like if you have a verified coach, You do it at a CrossFit affiliate. You take a video, you submit it to CrossFit, and throughout this 3-week process, if your scores are high enough, you get into the top. I think they took 10%. So they take a good bit from the qualifying stages. But then from that, you get invited to these online. So they had the online part, and then they had the in-person, which was like kind of like invite only.
Right.
And it's a constantly changing thing, so it's hard to explain.
How many months does it take to finish all that? I mean, do you have to do that every year, or are they like, Austin like made it to the top stage?
So you have to qualify every single year, which is kind of nice. So you don't just like get a backfill invite or anything like that. It's like you have to qualify or you don't go.
Okay, but does typically the same people make it each year?
The top people, yes. Like you have like your top 10 athletes who will probably qualify every year. Maybe even your top 15 who will qualify every year. Like they're just kind of like a different level. And then you'll have like some of like the 20 to 30 might change every year. Like there'll be rookies that come up, and then there'll be like your older veterans or people that just retire out, and then like they just kind of fill in.
That's awesome. So that first time you find out, 2023 happens. I imagine you're kind of bummed out there for a little bit, and then you start, cranking things up, and then 2024 happens. Were you feeling pretty good coming in of like, yeah, I got it this year? Or is it still, you're kind of like, I don't know.
That was my rookie year. So there wasn't a whole lot of like, I'm going in to win this thing, or I'm going into, there was no expectations. It was, go in, have fun as a rookie. But yeah, you're still there to compete. But at the end of the day, just soak it in. Like, don't get lost in like being the rookie there and thinking about things too much. But then as of this year, my mindset kind of shifted. It was like, I'm here to compete. Like, I'm not here to have fun anymore.
Where was 2024's at? Is it like a stadium setting?
It was at Dixie Arena in Texas.
Okay, so an arena. So is it packed?
That one last year was packed, yeah.
Really? So how many people are we talking?
Thousands.
I mean,
as much as Dixie, I think it's Dickie's Arena.
Well, you know what? Let's look up Dickie's Arena capacity. So it was full.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty packed.
It was in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Okay, Fort Worth capacity.
Let's see here.
I don't really. 14,000 seats. Okay, so there's enough people there to where you're like, okay.
There was 10,000+ people.
And I imagine they're cheering. Did you have your own cheering section?
Yeah,
did a bunch of people from West Virginia load up?
I had the CrossFit Cole and family members were there.
Dude, that's
especially
awesome.
This year, the CrossFit Cole. We had a good cheering section this year.
That's great. So, all right, take me through the 10 events of 2024. Do you remember exactly which ones they were? Do they switch up every year?
Yeah, they do. If you want to, you can actually pull them up.
Okay, let's do it.
So I would just type in 2025 CrossFit Games.
25 and not okay. CrossFit Games events. Okay, we got the schedule.
Yeah. That'll probably, let's see, scroll down.
Okay, so it's got like, it's a 3-day,
event.
Is it a 3-day
Yeah,
thing?
that's the event times.
Okay.
I can probably remember. So event 1 was
I'll tell you what the problem is, freaking Bing, man. I gotta go to
Google.
Yeah, we gotta Google that. Let's say CrossFit Games events. All right, so we got event structure. The games have been scaled down for 2025 with the individual competition featuring 10 events over a 3-day period.
Scroll down and see what that next
we
one
got
is.
Okay.
Overview.
Okay, we'll go to the overview here.
They really just need to like.
I know you would think it would have. Here's
in.
the events.
I know I'm familiar with this website. Scroll back up. Is that at the very top?
See here. I guess just walk me through. I'll look while you talk about it. But
so event 1 is our longer event. It'll be a 4-mile run, a 3,000 meter row, and a 2-mile run. So I think they had a time cap of a little over an hour for that one.
Oh, wow.
So it was a longer event. I think I finished right around the mid 40s. So we came out, we were running pretty fast. I think we were running 6-minute miles.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I can't do a Murph in under an hour.
We were hoofing.
That's awesome.
So that was our longer event, 4-mile run, 3,000 meter row, and 2-mile run.
You remember what you placed there?
Fourth.
Fourth?
Yep.
Man, 40 minutes. Wow.
And then we go into, I'll go up the top. I see it. The top right. It says workouts.
Workouts. Okay.
There we go. Now,
all right, here we go. Now we got the run, row, run, which
so 4-mile run, 3,000 meter row, 2-mile run. Second workout is the all crossed up. So you do 20 wall walks. Essentially, if you've never done a wall walk, you're going to lay down on the ground. You're going to do a push up, and you're going to essentially like a handstand walk, but in reverse. You're going to walk yourself backwards till your nose, pretty much your chest touches the wall, and you're going to come back down. That's one.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, so you do 20 wall walks, the shoulder to overhead with a dumbbell. Now this year we did the double under crossovers, which was not a new movement, but it's fairly new. So you'll do like the double under where it crosses twice, but then you'll cross and you'll go sideways. Tripped a couple, that's why it's called all crossed up. Tripped a couple people up, the 30 toes to bar, then you'll go down through and do. That's just like a confusing workout because the format's a little different.
And there's no breaks. Like it's just hammer down as quick as you can do it.
That one was for time. And that's mostly the style of the competitive side of it is like, here's your workout. How fast can you do it?
Gotcha.
There was only one event where we had a rest window, but it was a 2-parter. So like you're on the floor for both of the workouts.
And when it says dumbbell shoulder to overheads, what's the weight there? Is that 95?
That was 70 for the women and 100 for the men.
Okay. Got it. Man. And then you got,
Event 3 was the climbing couplet, which was the unfortunate one for me.
What happened?
There was just inconsistency in equipment. I got a slippery pegboard. At the end of the day, that was, I think if I would have done 14th place or better on that event, I would have won the CrossFit Games.
Really?
Yeah.
What does that feel like?
Frustrating.
I mean, dude, you got what, 5th?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got to have that mentality.
Yeah. I was there to win, and I didn't get what I came for. So,
yeah,
we'll move on from that. But
now the pegboard, is that literally like you climb up with the pegs in gym class?
Like the old gym class style, like the pegboard. It was just inconsistency in lanes. Like some people had a good pegboard. Some people had a slippery pegboard. And I was on the unfortunate side and got the one that was slippery.
Gotcha.
But that was on paper. That's I like that workout. Like even when they released the workout, my coach texted me and he was like, let's go. Like, this is a good workout for you. So like the frustration came from like not being able to do what I should do in that workout.
Well, it seemed like, so they would have on-site judges to maintain consistency, right? Or is it kind of one of those things?
Judging issue. It was more so an equipment issue.
Gotcha. Well, they don't have people that are like, oh yeah, that's a slippery pegboard.
Yeah, it was just an unfortunate thing.
I got you.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Yeah.
And it says squat and front squat, or squat clean and front squat.
So yeah, you'll do 4 pegboards, and then you would do 4 cleans so clean, squat, complex. So you had to do 1 squat clean, stand it up, do another front squat at the weights underneath. So it was 235, 265, 285, 305. So you did a complex of the squat clean and front squat at each different weight. And so it might be a little confusing, but so you're going to do 4 pegboards, and then you're going to do 4 complexes at 235. 3 pegboards, 3 complexes at 265, and then 2, 2, 1, 1.
Yeah, that makes sense. So a clean, that's where it just goes to your chest, or do you?
So the
Go all the
clean,
way
yeah,
up.
you're gonna essentially deadlift, explode, and this one you kind of you have to catch it in the squat. So it's kind of like the technique side of it. So it's not a power clean; it is a full clean in the bottom, squat it up, and then do another front squat.
Man, what's it feel like to just throw 305 pounds up like that?
It's fun. It looks cool too.
It's so crazy, man.
Not bad.
No, that's I just think of my rotator cuff just being like, what are you doing right now?
More spinal.
Oh, is it?
little
Okay.
bit
If
more,
you're
yeah.
doing it right.
Yeah.
Okay. See, now form is my thing. So that's the end of day one. Did you go home, punch a hole in the wall because of the pegboard, or were you kind of still feeling good?
After day one, I left a little frustrated, but also just can't carry that over to day two. So it's a new day going into day two. There's a lot of workouts left, a lot of points left on the board. So
heck yeah, man.
Move on from it.
What was your let's go through. So you got fourth on run, row, run. You got on all crossed up.
I think I got ninth,
and then you on climbing couplet 28th. Yeah, I bet you were pretty upset.
I was a little frustrated with that one.
I mean, it's easy for me to say. I'm like, my goodness, this is crazy. Because I just think about the environment too. Because when you watch this, it's like the freaking Super Bowl when you're watching it on TV. I mean, it's a really high end.
It's the biggest event there. Yeah, it's the event of the year.
It's a really high end production, and you got people yelling, and I just say it's insane. Which do you kind of not notice while you're in the moment, and then after it kind of swells in, or
yeah? So like, it's kind of like that tunnel vision thing where like if you're focused on the crowd, you're not focused what's in front of you. So it's like you're not really worried about anything. Like I couldn't tell you like that they're playing music. I couldn't tell you what song was on during any of these workouts.
Yeah,
it's like you're zoned in.
That's awesome. So they play music while you're lifting,
I would assume.
Yeah, yeah. It seems like I remember watching that they do that. What kind of like prep work do you do when do you stretch for like 17 hours or like
so there's just like the preparation leading up to it is just like training. You talk more so like the day before or the day of?
Yeah, like day of, you get there.
Day of, I mean, you're just kind of like you have to warm up before every event, so like it is a full day. Like making sure you're getting enough carbs in, making sure you're doing the right warm ups. Like so, like for the running workout, we warmed up. We just made sure get warm on your run. For the second workout, make sure your shoulders are warmed up. Make sure your heart rate's a little high. Each workout kind of has its like each different warm up because like there's different movements in each one.
That makes sense. And it looks like the way it's structured is they start with a pretty cardio heavy event because it probably warms you up a little bit.
That too. And like the start of the CrossFit Games is always, not always, but like I think it would be like a mass start. So like, and then as the weekend goes on, so like for the second workout, we had heats. So like I was in heat 3. So like I placed 4th in event 1. So that'd put me in the last heat, which is the best heat. That's the heat you want to be in. That's like the highest placement.
Right.
And then,
so why do you want to be there specifically?
In the last heat?
Yeah, because you're about to
you get to know
battle to win.
You get to know everybody's scores.
Ahead of you. Gotcha.
So like 10 men are going to be in heat 1. So like, and they have a TV screen in the back, and you're getting to know like, all right, well, the best time was 10 minutes. So I need to beat 10 minutes. And then the next 10 men go after. So heat 1 goes, heat 2, you're going to have another 10 guys. Then be like, all right, well, he beat that time. Now it's the time to beat is 9:30. And so like you have a visual, you get to see like the flow of the workout. So like you want to be in the last heat. So you get to know like what time you need to get. And like the last heat is normally going to be the best guys.
Well, you got the beast there too. So at least you know that benchmark of like, well, I got to at least get here, but I'm still going to give it everything because I don't know if this psycho next to me is going to, have a day. Man, that's so cool. So the first exercise is the Albany grip trip on August 2nd.
Yeah, day 2, Albany grip trip. This was a really good workout. This was a 5 rounds for time, 400-meter run on, I don't know if you've ever seen one of those like self-propelling treadmills.
Oh, yes.
It was one of those.
Harder than they look.
They're very hard. harder than they look. I would have liked to ran outside, but we were it's just kind of boring. And you can't really see the race. Like when you're running around a track, you can see like catching up to people or people falling off. But like on the runner, you're just stationary. So you can't really see like who you're chasing or not.
You're listening for footsteps. Like, is his footsteps faster than mine?
Yeah.
I got to go.
So we do a 400-meter run. We're going to get off, do 12 deadlifts with the axle bar. So I don't know if you've ever had an axle bar, but they're like the really big fat barbells.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's like you can't get your hand all the way around it.
Oh, wow.
So like you kind of have to like cup it rather than grip it. So it's a little bit more grippy. And you're going to get off and do 100 foot of handstand walk. You're going to do that for 5 rounds. That was a really fun workout. I like that one.
Yeah. And then, so the women are 220 deadlift, men are 350 deadlift.
Yeah.
Which is a good amount. Man, at one point in time, I deadlifted 400 pounds and I regretted it for 6 months.
Yeah. I
was like, I got to calm down. But yeah, y'all do 12 of 350. So, but it's also 5 rounds.
5 rounds of that.
Do you remember your time? I need to look up your time. I know they log all this stuff. Field CrossFit Games 2025. And we'll show some pictures. I can't show too many because I don't know if they'll flag it, but let's see.
I'll go to that.
Right here?
There I am.
Oh, nice. Cowboy hat. Did you decide early, like, I'm going to have a personality?
That was last year at Texas, and they gave us cowboy hats.
Oh, gotcha.
So
okay.
It was kind of fun.
Gotcha. So, yeah, it says 4th on here, but they must
That was a CrossFit Open.
Oh, okay.
I would scroll down. Keep going. Man, I don't have the games up. I would go to the game season.
Okay.
Right here on the same screen.
Got it.
Go all the way down to the bottom on the games.
All right. Let's see. The CrossFit Games.
CrossFit Games.
All right. I'll click on that. And then view. Would you be in the win? I mean,
Yeah, we'll see. Actually, no. I didn't win, so they're going to put me on there. Go back to the CrossFit Games thing.
Gotcha.
No, the other one.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, the one where you went to the arrow down, go to the games, then go all to the right, and then go down to leaderboard.
Leaderboard.
Now we're talking.
We're going to find this.
So yeah, I'm in 5th. So you can scroll through, and I think it would be like to the right. So I finished.
Oh, okay. So these are all the...
Yeah. So scroll back left. Yeah.
Okay.
We're there now. So I got 5th on the deadlift handstand walk workout.
Oh, got it. And it says, what's that? 17 minutes?
27 seconds.
27 seconds. Golly, I can't even fathom. I mean, it takes longer for me to talk about it. Like it takes longer for me to say the words than that's so awesome. And then you had next after the grip trip, you had the 1 rep max, which
back
that's
squat.
what RM means for, right?
Yeah. Yeah. 1 rep max back squat.
Back squat. Okay. And is that like whoever does the most wins?
Yeah. So whoever does the most weight is going to win that workout. I think the max weight there was 570, which was, he really blew that one out of the water. I got 3rd in that one and I did 515.
Man, that's incredible. And then so I imagine they have a judge watching your knees. You got to go all the way down.
They had a judge there, and you have a judge for every one of these workouts, and you can get no rep, and you can get, they'll tell you why you're getting no rep, and you'll try to fix it on site. But yeah, they had a judge there, making sure you're hitting depth, making sure you stand all the way up, making sure it's a good rep.
What is hitting depth? Like for me, I know I cheat with squats, man, because
just hips below parallel. Like,
oh, that's it.
Yeah.
So do you literally try to hit your calves when you go down, or like do you?
They might hit. I don't know. I'm not very aware of that. I just make sure I'm hitting depth. And well, if you got 500 pounds on your back, it's going to push you down. It's going to push you down into the hole.
You don't really have to worry about it.
Yeah.
It's actually way more dangerous not to go all the way down.
It is true.
Yeah. I would imagine. So you got 3rd there. Heck yeah. And then you had the throttle up, which is for time 35 calorie ski. I don't know. I have no clue what that is.
Is just like the machine that you're on. It's like the machine you pull down. If you're familiar with CrossFit, you'll know what a ski erg is.
Okay.
And then the 28 chest bars. So we had a weight vest on for this workout. And you had to do 28 chest bar pull-ups and then they had a line of boxes going down the arena, and you had to do like 3 burpees at each box advancing. So like it was a pretty cool from the spectator standpoint, like watching the race go out, because like you could see who was in the lead, or you could see who was catching up, or seeing who was falling off the pace.
Do they release these to you early before you get there?
So we knew a couple of them. So we knew event 1, I think like 4 to 5 weeks in advance. And then like as the weeks go on, they start to like sprinkle in some of the workouts. So throttle up, hammer down, and the last workout, and I think even running Isabel, we only knew 1 day in advance. So it was kind of like, well, you better have trained this or you're not going to be ready. And that's the thing about CrossFit. Like we're training everything. It's like, we don't know. We have an idea of what movements and what workouts will be at the games, but we don't know necessarily the entirety of it.
Dude, that's awesome. There's no professional sport like that.
It's kind of cool because like every year is going to be different. Like no CrossFit Games has ever been the same as the previous year.
Yeah. It's like, so I'm a big golf fan. So it's like if they didn't tell you where the Masters was going to be. I mean, it's at the same place every year, but it's like if they didn't tell you until the day before, you know?
That would throw some people off.
Yeah, that's cool. Is there any times where it hits and you're like, heck yeah, I trained that for like 7 months?
Yeah. So there was a couple of them where you're like, yeah, we really hammered this in training this year. And there's a couple of them where you're like, just do it on the fly, like kind of like running Isabel. That was like a workout you really can't train for. It's something, I mean, you can train for it, but it's also just one of those things where like you got it or you don't.
Yeah, which that's on day 3. And like you mentioned, you're wearing a vest, but gotta mention it's a 22-pound vest.
Yeah,
so
you had a weight vest on trying to do, I don't know if you've ever put a weight vest on and tried to do burpees, but they suck.
Oh, dude. I mean, I've put it on and just walked on the treadmill, and I'm like, this is different.
The cool thing for throttle up and hammer down, these were the same event. So you can see like the similarities in them. So like the rep scheme is the same. The burpees are the same. The gymnastics are different, but similar. And so these were 2 scored events, but you stayed on the floor for both of them.
Okay.
So it was rest. So you do the first event, you're going to do throttle up, and then starting at 7 minutes, you're going to start hammer down.
Oh, I got you. So it says starting 7 minutes after IE6, which is event 6.
Event 6.
Which
hammer down was event 7. So you were literally on the floor for 2 scored workouts. Very similar workouts, little different on the gymnastic side and the machine, but it was fun.
And that's that ends day 2.
That ends day 2.
Yeah. Are you do you kind of get this nervous excitement building up to these workouts? You're like, man, I wish I could do it now, but I got to wait another hour. Or is it kind of?
Yeah, I think like the nervousness sets in like 10 minutes before. So like we have this, they call it the corral. Where like this year we had 2 different warm-up areas. We had the main warm-up area, and then we had like the corral warm-up area, which was kind of nice. So you warm up, start to do all your like, get loose, start stretching up at the secondary warm-up area. And then when they'll call you, let's take the group of, so like they'll call like heat 3 men. And then you walk down to the secondary warm-up area, which was at the corral. And that's when stuff kind of starts getting serious. That's when the nerves start kicking in, because you're like, all right, in 20 minutes, it's go time. And so they let you warm up. They call you over to the corral. You're sitting in this, they line you up in like which lane you're supposed to be in. Athlete control is going over the workout, the standards, just like the overall flow of the workout again. And that's when the nerves start sitting in, because you're just sitting there. And they make you sit there for like 5 to 10 minutes. You're not doing anything but thinking about what's coming.
Heck yeah, man.
So it's pretty cool.
Are you starting to build friendships with some of these top guys? Or
you build some friendships. Some of them you don't like, some you do like. I like mostly all of them, but there's some guys who just aren't there to be friendly. They're there to compete. And
That's fine.
At the end of the day, you are there to compete. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, the world's several personalities, so it sounds like anything else. But all right. So we get into day 3, and you start with one called Going Dark.
Going Dark.
Let's talk about what you scored on day 2 first.
Day 2, we finished event. So 1 rep max back squat, got 3rd. Throttle up, I got 5th.
3 minutes 17 seconds, and then
so it'd be a hammered down.
Got it.
11th, and then that was the end of day 2.
Got it. Okay, and then the hammer down. So that in total, first one was 3 minutes 17 seconds, then 4 minutes 45 seconds. So like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
total.
and I mean you can look at the scores. Like I'm 4 seconds away from getting 7th. I'm Justin Medeiros there at 10th. We were less than half a second.
Dude, that's crazy.
It was a very, very fast workout.
Yeah, that's where I meant like the 1% improvement is like, okay, you're good. But then on day 3, it looks like you came out swinging.
Day 3, I felt pretty good. And that's just kind of like where your training comes in. Like, especially if you're familiar with CrossFit Mayhem, and everybody knows we do a lot of volume training. So like volume meaning like we can handle some workouts. So like day 3, I come in, I feel good. Like me and my coach had a conversation. He was like, "How you feeling?" I was like, "I feel bad for these guys. Like I feel pretty good on day 3." And you're not supposed to feel good on day 3. Like you've done 7 workouts already. You're supposed to be sore. You're supposed to be tired. Like I was sore and tired, but like overall, I was like, all right, I feel pretty good. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Heck yeah, man. And so this first one is 50. I've always seen this 50/40 calories on the Echo Bike. What does that number
So that'd
mean?
be the men. The men are going to do 50 calories.
Got
and
it.
The women are going to do 40 calories.
Okay, so you do the bike until it says 50.
Yeah, you're going to hit your prescribed calories. So you got a judge sitting there watching you. You're biking away till you hit 50 calories. You're going to get off the Echo Bike. You're going to do a 100-foot yoke carry. And I believe, it doesn't have the weight, but I believe it was 565 on the yoke. So,
What is a yoke?
So essentially like, like in strongman where they pick the yoke up and like travel for distance. So it's like, essentially you're just picking something up on your back and you're walking with it.
Gotcha. Caveman type stuff.
Yeah.
Got
and
it.
then the 30 deficit, these were parallel handstand push-ups. If you're not familiar with like a deficit handstand push-up, it'd be like you're going to put your head through like a window or something and then push back up.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Then you're going to go back to the yoke and then finish. And that's why it's called Going Dark, because you had to finish on the Echo Bike. If you've never been in a workout and had to finish with an Echo Bike, it's one of the worst feelings ever.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Oh man, I'd imagine. So, and it's not like a pace. It's like you're wide open the whole time.
Oh yeah, you're wide open the entire time. It hurts.
And then you got first on that and
First.
8 minutes 16 seconds.
Yeah.
And not only, I mean, don't look like anyone was really close.
There was
You won that by about 15 seconds. It looks like
15 seconds.
or maybe 10 seconds. Okay,
to the
I
next
see.
guy. Yeah.
Jason Hopper, which he is currently ranked number 1
Yep.
in the world. Man, what does that feel like, dude? You're from Beckley, dude. And
Feels
you
good.
just smashed everybody. That is so cool, man. I mean, it hypes me up. Like I'm getting adrenaline just thinking about it.
Getting the goosebumps. Over
Yeah.
there.
So I'm just like, oh man, that's just so awesome. All right. So we go into event 2, which you smash as well. And it's called the Running Isabel. And you was talking about, that's one of the ones that pop up that you either trained for it or you didn't.
That one was fun. This was probably my favorite workout. Not just because, I did win it, but not just because I won it, but it was just really fun. Like just watching the workout back, it was really fun.
Yeah, which it's 5 rounds for time of 200-foot run and 6 snatches. Women are 105, men 155.
Yeah.
What's a snatch? Is it one-handed?
So it's wider stance move. Like, so you're going to have your hands wide on the barbell and it's going to be like one motion overhead.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So yeah, it's a barbell movement.
So you keep your arms stiff and then you drop down and then catch it, or what's
The way to explain it, I would go to.
Let me look up here. Snatch workout.
Would go to the one with the down right there. Yeah,
All right, got it. So I think we can watch this.
Yeah. So that would be like the full snatch. Into
Okay.
Squat. We were doing so you see on the bottom right where it says the power snatch.
Right.
Go down a little bit more. Right there. Yeah, that's what we were doing. This is the power snatch. That's what we were doing in that workout. From the ground.
Okay. So if you're listening, you're kind of set up like a wide grip deadlift.
Yeah.
And then fast forward a little bit here.
It's not doing it yet.
Okay, it's going really slow. But yeah, and then you come up and your arms essentially stay straight until they go overhead and lock, and you're trying to keep your L4 intact and all this other crap on your spine.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
It's honestly, the snatch is probably one of the most complex movements that we do.
Oh yeah. And what's it? Is it like a compound exercise? Is that what it's called? Like it's multiple movements or?
Yeah, it's like a full body workout. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like you're using your legs, you're using your back, you're using your arms.
Got it. All right. And then on the, you won your second event in a row for day 3.
Yeah, the back to back,
which is you got 2 minutes and 35 seconds, and it looks like second place was
second place. I mean, this was another like one that was just separated by like seconds.
Okay, yeah,
1 second.
Yeah, 1 second, 1 second, and but it don't matter.
It don't matter.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that was one of those workouts where it's like, if you are 2 seconds, you're going from like second to like 6.
Right.
Like it's a close window.
Heck yeah, man. And then we go on to our final event of the day and of the entire games, which is called the Atlas, which is for time 9, 15, 21 thrusters. Does that mean 3 rounds?
So yeah, you'll do 9 thrusters, and then you'll do 3 rope climbs, 15 thrusters, 5 rope climbs, 21 thrusters, 7 rope climbs. And then after you're done with all that, you have to do a lunge down the floor. It was kind of like a finale style. Like it was a good race and whatnot. It was good for the spectators to see like who's going to win the workout. And with the overhead lunge going down the floor, it was pretty cool.
So it's you grab 135 pounds on a barbell and then you put it over your head and do lunges for 100 feet. Is that
at the very end? Yeah.
Okay. At the end. Okay. Man, it's that's so crazy. I mean, that is cool. It's like, they don't have like a finish line really. But
yeah. The finish line was 100 feet.
Okay.
So like once you crossed the 100-foot marker, drop the barbell and run across the finish line.
Yeah. And essentially who wins because they cross it first. Mm-hmm. Okay. Got it. And you ended up getting 10th on that one, which is still a crazy awesome. I mean, if I got 30th, I'd be like, man, I'm pretty good. 9 minutes, 7 seconds.
Yeah. A lot of people didn't finish this workout.
Yep. And then first place, to give a comparison. Oh, really? Oh, okay. So is that what?
Like cap. Yeah. Like
cap
time
plus
cap
7?
means they didn't finish.
Oh yeah. There's a bunch that didn't.
That was a hard one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 people didn't finish.
Yeah.
And that's elite.
Yeah, 9 of the
elite squad.
9 of the 30 fittest people in the world didn't finish that workout.
Wow, man.
That was a good workout.
That's I don't think there's any of that anywhere else. So it's crazy that they literally have this scientific method of programming all this stuff out, and they literally, the last event had people that didn't finish.
Yeah.
So, do you ever have you had anyone pull because of injuries over the?
Yeah, we've had injuries in the past, and I think for the most part, people are prepared enough to where they don't come in and get injured. Or we've had injuries occur like during training, like ramping up for the games and whatnot. But I think now, like especially nowadays, we're smarter in training. Like we know like when to ramp up, when to back off, and stuff like that. So injuries do occur, but I don't think they're as common as you would think.
I got you. Well, I shall burn a pegboard in your honor, sir.
Thank you.
No, man. So I'm hyped for next year. I'm curious. Like, I want to talk about I don't know. I guess the business part of this. So you place in 2024. You start placing high.
Yeah.
Did you instantly did the phone start ringing, or was it kind of like? How does that work? Like
after 2024, yeah, you get like some sponsorships, you get some notoriety, you kind of get your face out there and whatnot. Honestly, it wasn't till I started winning some competitions and here recently that were like people started being like, hey, and I have an agent for all that. So
sweet.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know. I don't do a whole lot of the business side of it. That's what he does. But we talk basically every day about, stuff going forward and what we have to do now and stuff like that.
That's good to know. I'm curious for the games element. Do they compensate these 30 or
yeah? So there's
do you play for money? Like
yeah. So first place was, I think this year was 280,000. Yeah. So, and then it just gradually drops off from there. So yeah, like first would get like 280,000. I think this year was the lower paying. So like last year it was like 350. So like hopefully next year it's more. But like, yeah, it drops off after.
Oh, it's going to climb, dude. It's like, it kind of reminds me of I kind of like the UFC in the early days. Like I know CrossFit's been around a while, but I think like it's steadily climbing and just becoming more and more popular. And Beckley money, 250. Yeah. We're going to make it that year. Yeah. So that's freaking awesome, dude. But then you got that, but then you got the other events, and then you got on top of that, like sponsorships, like anyone paying you to put their logo on stuff.
Yeah, so I have a couple sponsors, like Jim Reapers is one of my sponsors. I'm wearing their shirt right now. I have shoe sponsors, nutrition sponsors, so like protein, stuff like that.
Heck yeah, man.
But like even for the events that you win at the CrossFit Games, that you get $3,000 for each event win.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Shoot, yeah, dude. Well, man, I love it. So what's the plan now? Like, do you have an age of like, well, I'm going to go up until this age, or is it kind of you're not really necessarily thinking about
yeah,
that?
there is an age gap. I think like your peak gap would be like 25 to like, I think they're like 32, 33 range. So like I'll be in it for a little bit, but just enjoy it while I can.
Yeah, man. Well, cool. What would you like to say, like, to motivate people just to get active and figure out how, like, I know you've been active essentially your whole life, but even still, I think people look at the final step rather than the 10,000 micro steps.
Yeah, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, motivation is really good, but discipline. Like, there's certain days where I go into the gym and, like, even as a professional athlete, somebody, I get paid to do this. I go into the gym and it sucks. It's hard, but just you got to do it. Like, that's where discipline comes in. Like, there are some days where I'm super motivated. I'm like, I feel good. I feel fresh. There are some days where you go in, you're like, you feel like just going home. But like, that's where discipline comes in. You just got to do it.
One thing that I saw you doing, because we were filming a commercial out and you was working out, and so you use a whiteboard, and my problem has been a cell phone in the gym. It's become a big distraction. So I actually bought a whiteboard after that and put it in there.
That's also one of my things too, is like, so like I have my program sent to me by my coach every day, where we have like programs a week in advance, and I know what I'm doing. But like one of the things, and I kind of joke about it, was one of the guys, like the guys that we work out with, is like, he's like, oh, are we doing the workout after this one? I'm like, is it on the whiteboard? Whatever's on the whiteboard is what we're doing. Like, so like if I get done with the morning session and I got to come back for the evening session, I've already wrote everything that I have to do. Even if I don't want to do it, I put it on the whiteboard. It has to be done.
Heck yeah, man.
So it's just one of those discipline things.
When's the games next year? Have they set a date?
I don't think they have a date yet. It'll probably be at a new venue. So whenever they figure out where and when, they'll post it. So
other events throughout the year, is there like an NFC championship version and not the Super Bowl?
So we have actually have a competition in 2 weeks. It's the WFP. So it's a new thing that they're starting up. It's a World Fitness Project. I got signed on as a pro athlete to go and promote and compete at this. So it's like a signed thing that you have. It's a new thing. So this is the very first year they did it. So they have 3 stages. So they call them tour stop. So I went to tour stop 1 in Indianapolis. I won that one. Tour stop 2 will be in Mesa, Arizona in 2 weeks.
How many was in the one you won?
6 events.
Oh, sweet.
So these are like smaller events. But they're like, so the CrossFit Games is one competition once a year. So it's like the Super Bowl. It's like the big finale. So you better be ready for that one. So WFP is hosting 3. So they're doing Tour Stop 1, Tour Stop 2, and Tour Stop 3. And Tour Stop 3 will be the finale in Denmark. But it's different than the CrossFit Games because you get like multiple chances rather than just one.
Okay. Man, that's sick, dude. All right. Well, man, I'll be rooting for you. I appreciate you coming and telling me all about this because I think there's so much of this that like I'm just curious about because, you know, I've lifted weightlifting changed my life.
Yeah.
And like I used to weigh like 120 pounds and didn't really have much confidence. And it's fun early on because you just start hitting gains. And then when you peak out, that's when you're like, well,
that's that discipline
just becomes just becomes a repetition. So
no, it is life changing. So like, I'm not just saying this to, you know, change somebody's life, but it does change your life. Like it'll change your mood. It'll change who you are. Like if you're in better shape, you'll be thankful for it. Yeah.
I literally enjoy, like, of course I don't do anything super taxing. Sometimes I'm like, whoa, this is, you know, I'm about to cross 40 now, and it's like, oh, my heart's a little angry at me.
Yeah.
But I literally enjoy just moving and going through the motions of it. So I think if you can form a habit out of it, it's actually a lot easier.
Yep.
Just keep it up for like 3 months, and then after that,
that's that thing. Like people, I think it's like the 1 to 2 month range where they're like, oh, just not seeing any results, or it's just not working. Like you got to give it time.
Oh, yeah. What do you want to say to those Beckley kids out there that's like, I'm not going to be able to do anything?
You can do it. It doesn't matter where you come from. Don't let that stop you.
Man, it's that's the kids in McDowell. I'm just like, yeah, you know, you can do anything you want. The tools are just different. You know, you can figure it out. And
you hear it all the time, but you know, if you put your mind to it, you can do it. I mean, that is true.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, as cliche as it sounds, it's the truth.
Yep.
That's how I've felt and will always feel. And yeah, man, it's been so inspiring watching your journey. And
thank you.
Huge fan. I'm going to keep on rooting for you. Anything you want to promote before we leave, or anything going on?
Family, friends that have supported me throughout this whole time. You know, couldn't do it without them.
Heck yeah. And the rabbits. Can't forget the rabbits.
R.I.P. rabbits.
If you bought a rabbit from Rural King in the past 4 years, odds are you got an Austin Hatfield special.
That is true.
Yep. Everyone else, before you leave this video, be sure to like it. Subscribe to Creepalachia on YouTube if you haven't. And if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, take a minute, leave a review. That'll help the show be found. And we are on Facebook and TikTok. And we do have t-shirts and hats and stickers and all that good stuff at creepalachia.shop. That'll help the show grow. And above all else, everyone always remember one thing: long live Appalachia.